Most people spend their whole lives chasing money. But have you ever met someone who doesn't chase it, yet money seems to chase them? It's not luck, it's not talent, it's not even hard work. It's something far more powerful, the way they think. Because here's the truth. You don't attract wealth by working harder. You attract it by thinking better. Jim Rohn once said, "Success is something you attract by the person you become." And today, you're going to learn exactly how to become that person. The kind of person wealth can't ignore. So if you're ready to stop chasing and start attracting, then stay right where you are. Because this could be the moment. The foundation of wealth, mastering the mind. Have you ever looked around and noticed how some people seem to attract success effortlessly? Money flows to them, opportunities appear, connections align, and you wonder, how do they do it? Are they just lucky? Were they born with some advantage? The truth, my friend, is no mystery. It's mindset, the invisible foundation of every success story ever written. Jim Rohn said, "Formal education will make you a living, self-education will make you a fortune." He understood something most people never do. Wealth doesn't begin in your wallet, it begins in your mind. The way you think determines what you attract. Your thoughts shape your philosophy shapes your actions, and your actions create your results. If you want to change your income, change your philosophy. If you want to change your life, change your thinking. So today we're going to talk about how to do just that. How to train your mind to attract wealth fast. These are not theories or cliches. These are timeless principles used by those who have turned average lives into extraordinary ones. But before we begin, make sure you hand subscribe down to the channel. Join thousands of thinkers, dreamers and doers who are learning how to build success from the inside out. Every week, we share lessons inspired by Jim Rohn, Napoleon Hill, and other great minds of success. And who knows, one idea here might be the one that changes your life forever. Now let's begin the transformation. Step 1. Accept full responsibility for your mind. This is the first and most important step toward wealth. Everything begins when you take full ownership of your thoughts. The average person blames everything around them, the economy, the government, their job, their parents. But Jim Rohn taught that you can't change the seasons, you can't stop the wind, but you can change yourself. That's where power begins. You see, success is not something you chase. It's something you attract by becoming the kind of person who deserves it. The moment you accept responsibility for your mind, you take back control of your future. Imagine two people starting the same business. They have the same products, same tools, same opportunities. One says, "It's too hard, no one is buying." The other says, "If one's buying, I'll learn to market better, I'll adjust." After a year, one gives up, the other thrives. What made the difference? It wasn't the tools, it was the thinking. When you master your mind, you master your reactions. And when you master your reactions, you master your life. Here's a simple exercise to start today. Spend one full day observing your thoughts. Write down every negative phrase you say or think. You'll be surprised how much of your day is spent doubting, fearing, or complaining. Then, rewrite each negative phrase into a positive one. "I can't afford that" becomes, "How can I afford that?" "This won't work" becomes, "How can I make it work?" You are literally reprogramming your mental computer. Jim Rohn used to say, "Don't wish it were easier, wish you were better." Because when you get better, everything else gets easier. Wealth is simply the result of a better mindset applied over time. Comment below. What's one belief you're changing about money or success today? Step 2. Create clear and powerful goals. Once you've taken control of your mind, you need to give it direction. A mind without a goal is like a ship without a captain. It moves, but it drifts. Jim Rohn said, "The reason for setting goals is to become the person it takes to achieve them." The goal is not just about what you get, it's about who you become in the process. Write your goals down. Not in your head, not on your phone, but on paper. There's power in writing. It forces clarity. It gives form to your thoughts. Start by answering 3 questions. 1. What exactly do I want to achieve financially in the next 12 months? 2. Why do I want it? What's my emotional reason? 3. What value will I give to earn it? Most people stop at question 1. But wealth only comes to those who answer all 3. Your mind must know not only what to aim for, but why. Without a strong why, goals fade in the face of difficulty. Here's a real example. A young man once told Jim Rohn, "I want to be a millionaire." Jim asked, "Why?" The man said, "For what it will make of me to become one." That's the secret. Because wealth isn't about money, it's about character. Every morning, visualize your goal. Close your eyes for 5 minutes and imagine what it feels like to already have achieved it. The relief, the pride, the joy. See yourself living the life you want. Your subconscious doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality, so it begins working to make that picture real. Goals give your life purpose, focus, and energy. Without them, you're just reacting to whatever happens. With them, you're creating your own future. If you're listening to this right now, take a moment and write down your top goal. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Clarity creates energy, and energy creates momentum. Step 3. Guard the gates of your mind. Now that your mind has direction, you must protect it. The environment you live in will try to pull you back into the average way of thinking. People will say, "You've changed, be realistic," or "That's too hard." But Jim Rohn said, "You become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." That means if you spend your time around complainers, you'll start to complain. If you hang around dreamers, you'll start to dream. Your environment is stronger than your willpower, so choose it wisely. Guard what enters your mind like a gatekeeper. The music you listen to, the shows you watch, the conversations you entertain, they all plant seeds in your subconscious. Every seed grows, so choose wisely what you allow to take root. If you want to think rich, surround yourself with wealth thinkers. Listen to success podcasts, read personal development books, study financial wisdom. Fill your mind with powerful ideas until there's no room left for doubt. Even when it feels uncomfortable, keep feeding your mind. Growth often feels awkward at first, but that's a sign of transformation. Let me tell you a short story. A man once asked Jim Rohn, "How do I change my life?" Rohn said, "You must change your philosophy. Start with the books you read, the words you speak, and the people you listen to." The man took his advice seriously. Within 2 years, his entire world changed. His income, his health, his confidence. Not because the economy changed, but because he did. That's the power of guarding your mind. If this message is speaking to you, don't forget to subscribe. For more daily insights from the greatest minds of success, turning thought into daily wealth habits. You've learned the first steps, taking responsibility for your mind, setting clear goals, and guarding your environment. But now comes the real test. Philosophy means nothing if it doesn't show up in your daily actions. The gap between where you are and where you want to be is not filled with luck. It's filled with habits. Jim Rohn said, "Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day. And failure, just a few errors in judgment repeated every day. That's the difference between the rich and the poor, the successful and the struggling. Not one big event, but thousands of small decisions quietly stacking up over time. So if you want to master your mind and attract wealth fast, you must build daily habits that align with your goals." Step 4. Build daily wealth habits. Think of your mind as a garden. Every day you plant seeds through your thoughts and actions. Some seeds grow into prosperity, others grow into problems. You can't plant weeds and expect roses. A wealthy mind requires daily cultivation. That means waking up with intention, not reaction. Instead of checking your phone first thing in the morning, check your goals. Instead of scrolling through social media, scroll through your plans. Jim Rohn said, "Don't start your day until it's finished on paper." He meant plan your day before it begins. Know what you want to accomplish. Know what habits you'll repeat. Let's talk about 3 habits that can rewire your mind for wealth. 1. Morning study time. Spend at least 30 minutes reading or listening to something that improves your mind. It could be a book on finance, personal growth, or leadership. When you feed your mind with wisdom before the world gives you noise, you strengthen your focus. 2. Daily reflection. Every evening, ask yourself, what did I do today to get closer to my goals? What did I learn? What will I do better tomorrow? This is how you turn experience into education. 3. Financial awareness. Wealthy people track their money. They know where every dollar goes. It's not about being obsessed with money. It's about respecting it. Money respects those who respect it. If you start practicing these 3 habits for even 30 days, you'll notice something powerful. Your self-image begins to change. You'll stop feeling like someone chasing success and start feeling like someone worthy of it. That's the beginning of transformation. Step 5. Master the art of discipline. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Everyone wants success. Few are willing to pay the daily price for it. Jim Rohn said, "We must all suffer one of 2 pains, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. The pain of discipline weighs ounces. The pain of regret weighs tons." The most successful people in the world aren't the most talented. They're the most consistent. They do what needs to be done, whether they feel like it or not, because they understand that discipline is the muscle of wealth. If you want to become disciplined, start small. You don't need to change your entire life overnight. Just commit to one small act of discipline each day. Wake up 30 minutes earlier. Save 10% of your income. Read 1 page of a good book. Each small act builds confidence, and confidence builds momentum. Jim Rohn used to tell the story of a man who decided to start walking every morning. The first day, he walked around the block. The second day, he walked 2 blocks. After a month, he was walking 5 miles a day. That habit changed his energy, his attitude, and eventually his income. Discipline doesn't just shape your schedule, it shapes your character. And when you develop character, wealth begins to find you. Remember, the same energy you use to make excuses can be used to make progress. The same time you spend worrying could be used for learning. The same fear that holds you back can fuel your focus if you learn to control it. You have all the tools within you. They just need direction and consistency. The power of compounding mindset. There's a hidden law of success few people truly understand, the DAT law of compounding thinking. When you think positive thoughts occasionally, they don't do much, but when you do it daily, intentionally, the effects multiply. It's like compound interest. If you invest a little thought into growth every day, reading, studying, planning, the results multiply over time. You might not notice a change after 1 week or even 1 month, but 6 months later, you'll look back and realize your thinking has evolved, your language has changed, and your actions are sharper. That's how mental wealth compounds. Jim Rohn said, "What you think about you bring about." Every time you choose to think growth instead of fear, opportunity instead of limitation, you're investing in your future. And just like money, the earlier you start, the bigger the reward. So ask yourself, what are you compounding today? complaints or creativity, doubt or discipline. Whatever you repeat becomes your reality. Transforming thought into action. Here's the truth. You can't think your way to wealth. You must act your way there. But the thinking comes first. Right thought leads to right action. If your thoughts are disorganized, your actions will be too. That's why daily clarity matters. Every morning, review your top 3 priorities. Don't overwhelm yourself with 20 goals. Focus on what truly moves the needle. Wealth is attracted to focus. Then, take one action that aligns with your biggest goal. Just one. Maybe it's calling a potential client. Maybe it's saving a bit of money. Maybe it's recording that first video or writing that first page. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to begin. Jim Rohn said, "Don't let your learning lead to knowledge. Let your learning lead to action." Because action is where attraction becomes creation. The more action you take aligned with wealth thinking, the faster life begins to shift in your favor. If you're ready to act on what you've learned so far, comment, "I'm taking action." It's not just a comment, it's a declaration. I'm building wealth from the inside out. You see, wealth is not just about money, it's about who you become in the pursuit of it. When you grow mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, money becomes a natural byproduct. Wealthy people don't think in scarcity, they think in creativity. They don't say, "Can I afford it?" They say, "How can I afford it?" They don't wait for the right time, they create the right time. Once your mind adopts that philosophy, everything changes. The world begins to mirror your mindset. As Jim Rohn often said, success is not to be pursued, it is to be attracted by the person you become. So, while others are chasing success externally, focus on building it internally. Master your mind, build your habits, and live your philosophy. Part 3. Unstoppable Belief and Sustaining Wealth. If you've followed the first 2 parts, your mind has been disciplined, your goals are clear, and your daily habits are starting to build momentum. But there's one final step to truly mastering your mind and attracting lasting wealth. Belief. Belief is the engine that drives all consistent action. Without it, knowledge and habits can falter. Jim Rohn said, "If you don't design your own life plan, chances are you'll fall into someone else's plan, and guess what they have planned for you? Not much." Belief allows you to trust in your own plan and your own capacity to succeed. Step 6. Cultivate unshakable belief. Belief starts internally. It's the quiet confidence that, no matter what, you can handle what life throws at you. It's not arrogance. It's understanding that preparation, discipline, and action give you the power to create results. A strong belief system allows you to see opportunity where others see obstacles, take calculated risks with courage, persist when everyone else gives up. Think about a seed. Without soil, water, and sunlight, it cannot grow. Belief is the soil for your actions. When your mind is convinced, your actions become consistent. When your actions are consistent, success follows. Start building belief by reviewing your past victories. Every time you overcame fear, learned a skill, or solved a problem, you strengthened your inner trust. Keep a record. When doubt creeps in, remind yourself, "I have succeeded before, I will succeed again." Step 7. Attract opportunities, don't chase them. Here's a principle Jim Rohn emphasized repeatedly. Success is something you attract by the person you become, not something you pursue. Most people chase wealth externally, jobs, clients, investments, without realizing that opportunities naturally flow to those who are prepared. Preparation includes 1. Skill mastery. Whatever your area, become excellent at it. 2. Networking. Build genuine relationships. Wealth and knowledge often arrive through people. 3. Visibility. Share your value. Let the world see what you can offer. When your mind, habits, and belief align, life begins to present opportunities you never imagined. Doors open, connections appear, and ideas come to you. A short story illustrates this. Jim Rohn once told of a man who consistently showed up, studied, and helped others without expecting immediate reward. Years later, opportunities appeared in ways he could never have chased. His consistency, preparation, and mindset attracted success without pursuit. That is the difference between active chasing and magnetic attraction. Type "I'm ready to attract" in the comments if you want to stop chasing and start magnetizing success. Step 8. Maintain a wealth mindset for life. Attracting wealth is one thing, sustaining it is another. Many achieve financial success only to lose it because they fail to protect their mind, habits, and philosophy. Wealth requires continuous self-improvement. Jim Rohn said, "Formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune." Learning never stops. Grow your skills, expand your knowledge, and adapt to change. Here are a few key practices to maintain a wealth mindset. Review your goals daily. Your vision must be alive in your mind. Track your progress. Without measurement, success is invisible. Invest in yourself constantly. Books, mentors, courses, experiences. Surround yourself with winners. Energy is contagious. Avoid negativity. Remember, wealth is a reflection of the person you are becoming. If your philosophy, habits, and beliefs are aligned, abundance naturally follows. Step 9. Transform fear into action. Fear is one of the biggest obstacles to wealth. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of making mistakes. But here's the truth. Fear is not a signal to stop. It's a signal to move forward with discipline. Jim Rohn taught, "Fear is the cheapest room in the house. I would like to see you living in better conditions." Don't live in fear, transform it into action. When you take action despite fear, you grow stronger, more confident, and more capable of attracting wealth. Every challenge you face is a test. Every failure is feedback. Every moment of fear is an opportunity to strengthen your mind. Wealth doesn't favor the timid, it favors the prepared and persistent. Step 10. The final secret. Become the type of person wealth seeks. Everything we've covered, the responsibility for your mind, your goals, your habits, your beliefs, your daily actions, leads to this. You must become the person wealth naturally gravitates toward. Wealth is attracted to character, skill, and philosophy. You can't fake it. You can't cheat it. You either grow into the type of person who can handle abundance, or abundance will avoid you. Ask yourself, am I the person who can manage wealth responsibly? Am I disciplined, consistent, and prepared? Does my daily life reflect the mindset of someone who deserves success? The answers will guide your next steps. The moment you answer truthfully and adjust accordingly, life begins to respond. Let's recap. 1. Master your mind. Take responsibility for every thought. 2. Set clear goals. Your mind needs direction. Guard your mental environment. Feed it with success, not scarcity. 4. Build daily wealth habits. Small actions compound into massive results. 5. Practice discipline. Consistency beats talent every time. 6. Cultivate belief. Trust in your ability to create results. 7. Attract opportunities. Become magnetic to success. 8. Maintain mindset. Continuously improve, adapt, and grow. 9. Transform fear into action. Fear is a signal to move, not stop. 10. Become the type of person wealth seeks. Philosophy, character, and habits combined. Jim Rohn's wisdom shows us that wealth is not a chase. It is a reflection of the person you are becoming. Every thought, every habit, every choice builds the foundation of attraction. So start today. Build your mind, shape your philosophy, cultivate your habits, believe in your worth, act consistently, and watch as the world begins to bring opportunities to your door. The person you become will always determine the wealth you attract. If this message has resonated with you, subscribe now and turn on notifications. Share this video with someone who needs to hear it and begin the journey of mastering your mind for wealth today.